Bear with me a second. There we go. Give everybody a few minutes. I wasn't going to come on tonight, but I decided, you know, what the heck. I wasn't feeling good, but maybe this will do me some justice. Usually helps me de-stress or feel better. And I get to talk to you guys. So hopefully tonight will be a successful night and I won't carry on for 2 hours. There's no telling. I get creative and time just flies. But tonight we're going to make a flower. And I think you're really going to enjoy this flower. I picked out a couple of daisies. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. I'm going to use teal burlap, purple burlap, and pink burlap. And then I have the green for my leaves. Also, we're going to be making it on the small Unique in the Creek board. And what I'm going to do is put the logo on the inside so that nobody steals Unique in the Creek stuff. So, ain't nothing to it, but let's get to it. Let me angle you down. All right. Hold, please. All right, sorry about that. Let me see if what's going on here. Hey, Miss Patricia. I'm sorry, I'm coughing a little more tonight than normal. So I'm just going to make a flower tonight on the Unique in the Creek board. I'm going to use the small board tonight instead of the large, because I only have one large board and I can't find none. And they're getting hard to find. So what I did is I went ahead and pre-cut all of my colors. I cut 8 of each color. And they're cut at 10 inches. And then we'll choose between the flowers, because I'm not sure which one I want to use. And then I have my green for the leaves. And those that are coming on that don't know me, my name is Tammy with Unique Wreaths by Tammy. I welcome all my newcomers. Feel free to check out my page, my website, my YouTube. I am the one and only that creates these. So let's get to it. I like to load my board first, usually. But I think that these are too small. Give me just a second. Hi, Ashley. Hey, see ya. Alright, so these are too small, so I'm going to move them out of my way. I'll clean that up later. Alright. Let's start out with that mini. Alright. To preload your board, you want to go, you see the head on these is a little bit bigger. So it's not going to go through. So you're going to have to go from the top down and back up. And these boards are numbered. Right here would be for your hook. So you got row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. I'm going to use 2, 3, and 4. And depending on how it turns out, I may put a few more out here besides the leaves. I'm feeling drained and tired. So then you're going to take these and you're going to lock them. Just till you hear it click, and that's it. That way it's locked. Now I'm going to go ahead and preload. Hoping I can go back to the office Monday. Been working from here and it's alright. But I don't like being alone a lot of times. I want to shout out to Miss Patricia today. She helped me out tremendously by creating my logos and my banners for my page. I absolutely love it. I couldn't have done it without her. So, you know, if you need any logo designs, check Miss Patricia out. She'll hook you up. She does an amazing job. Hi, Tammy. It's going to get really, really cold here. I think tomorrow, and I think Saturday it's going to be in the teens or low 20s all day. It's going to be cold. Well, you're so welcome. I was bragging about it to my husband when he got home. I couldn't wait to tell him. I might share holes. I'm not sure. We'll see. Oh, I know. Hey, Miss Brenda. As long as it don't snow, I'm okay. I don't want any snow. So I know I posted on my page that I wasn't going to come on, but something told me to just go ahead. He did like it. Oops, I turned that one backwards. Let's fix that. I am making a flower tonight on the Unique in the Creek board. I'm using the small board instead of the large. For those of you that are just now popping on, these are the colors I have chosen. We have purple, we have teal, and we have pink. They are all cut at 10 inches. And I cut 8 of them. I also have these flowers. One of them we're going to use. I'm not sure until I get to the end. And then who knows, I might put a butterfly on it. And right now I'm just preloading my board. It makes it a whole lot easier, makes it go a little faster. And then I'll show you the pedal that I'm going to use. Excuse me. I thought about making a rose on the small board, but I think it's going to be too difficult. Alright, I think I'm going to start with that. I'll load the last one later. Alright, so I'm going to move these out of my way. So your board should look like this on the top. And on the back side, hopefully there's not a glare, it's so smooth. This will not scratch anybody's door or anybody's wall. That's what I love about these boards. They won't scratch. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Now, to decide what color I want to go with first. I think I'm going to start with the purple and work my way into the lighter color. So what we're going to do, this is burlap, okay? Normally I would use a wood burner, but tonight I didn't. I just went with it. So you're going to go curl side up, okay? Hopefully you can see that. Curl side up. You're going to fold it to the corner. Try to match it up as close as possible. And make a triangle. Just like that. Then you're going to pull it just a little. Pull this in. Well, this ain't working for me. Hang on. Then you're going to turn it. These nails, I'm telling you, I can't grab nothing. Bear with me. Okay. Why are you not working for me? So you're going to bring this in right there. Bring that in right there. It sort of looks like an umbrella. You're going to bring these down. Bring this down. You'll have to work with it a little bit. I haven't made one in quite a while, so I'm relearning. So I want my flower to look like something like this. Something like that. And then what you can do is, if I had thought about it, I would have done it, but I didn't. I didn't have any rubber bands. But you can clip them and put them together. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to trim off the end because I don't want it very long. Just like that. And you're just going to put it in here just like this. And pull. And I put it on there backwards. Go me. Go figure. Oh, one thing about the zip ties, you can also fix it. If you make a mistake, you can always flip it over, cut it off, start over. I'll worry about adding a zip tie in just a minute. Meantime, I'm going to flip my petal back over. Alright. I think that's how I had it in the first place. Nope. Okay. Alright, so. There. I think it'll work out just fine. Alright. Let me add this before I forget. All right. Cut that off. Just put it right in. Pull it tight. I do too. There. My fingernails are too long. I'm having a hard time grabbing it. This one's not wanting to cooperate. You know what? I'm not sure I like it like that. Bear with me. This thing popped up on my computer. These things are messy too. And I try not to mess with it too much because the more you mess with it, it tends to fray on you. Ooh, that sounds good. I think I need to invest in some good scissors, y'all. Okay, I've got 4 more here on the outside. Sometimes they want to work with me and sometimes they don't. Yeah, I need to get some. You know, we have a Tractor Supply here, and I go by it every morning to drop my child off at school. And I don't never think to go in there. Just don't. Normally I would have made my center out of rope, but I didn't want to stay here tonight messing with rope. You know, I try to make my petals as consistent as possible, but my theory is this. No flower is perfect. No flower has the perfect petal. None of them. And you'll find that no matter how hard you try to make it as perfect as possible, you're not going to. And that's okay, because nothing is supposed to be perfect. I wonder if, can I order them online? Or is it in-store only? Absolutely. All right. I had to get those out of my way. I think that the only thing that's perfect is whatever God creates. And even if it's imperfect, it's still beautiful. He still created it. Okay. Well, thank you for the hearts, guys. It means a lot. I had so much fun last night making that wreath. It was like a explosion of color. Thank God tomorrow's Friday. Feels like it's been a long week. I don't know if it's because I'm working from home, or because I haven't really gone anywhere except take my daughter to school. All right, there's my outer layer. It's my start. Now, before I do anything else, I gotta get these out of my way. But I can't handle the mess in my way. So I'm constantly moving stuff around. Alright. Now I'm thinking teal. You know, I love spring. Spring is my most favorite, besides fall. Spring is my most favorite time of year. I like the colors. I like to watch everything bloom. Ooh, that looks really pretty against that purple. See, I mean, they're not perfect, and I'm okay with that. I don't want it perfect. Get some of these out of my way. Anybody got big plans for the weekend? I plan on staying in because it's going to be cold. Alright. I feel better now. And like I said, the only consistent thing that I can tell you on these is always make sure your curl is up. Curl side always up. And I just realized y'all can't see me. Oh, wow. And I just cut off my end there. But I don't need it anyway. See, once you get the hang of it, it goes pretty quick. I do need to do some laundry. I do know that. So I guess that's going to be my weekend chore. Laundry. I don't mind washing and drying. I just have a hard time putting it away. That should be the easiest part. But I would love to patent the idea of having a washer and dryer that washes, dries, and folds everything for you. I mean, they have Alexa to do everything else. Why can't we have a washer and dryer that does it all? Two more of the teal, guys. Yeah, it's Thursday. The longest Thursday ever. I made a flower similar to this. And it had the teal. It had orange. There was another color. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, it looked beautiful. And if I could find them colors again, I would make another one. There might still be a picture on my website of one that of when I made it. It's starting to come together, guys. Last teal. And I like to do my leaves last. See, it almost looks like a jellyfish or an umbrella. Alright, and that's all of those. So far, that's what it looks like, guys. I love it. I'm loving these colors together. All right, once again, let me clean this up. Yes. I'm one of those. I go for the pastels. The bright colors, pastels. I don't like the dark colors. Oh, I've got some goodies coming tomorrow. I'm shopping on one of my favorite stores. And it just so happens I've ordered stuff to make like a dog wreath. I think one of the signs is I can't remember exactly what it says, but I'll show it off tomorrow. I'll let you see it. Alright, I need to load the center here. And it depends on how this looks. I may actually share holes, which means I'll cut more. But I want to see how it's going to look first. Oh, you're fine. Totally fine. I'm just over here running my chops. Just doing what I do best. Talk a lot. You know what? I think I'm going to share holes. I want it to look very full in the middle. So what I mean by sharing holes, when you flip it over, you can see where I have put a tie in each one of these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one in between here and just join them. And it can be tricky. You know, I haven't made a flower on one of those wire frames since starting with these boards. It is crazy what you find and what looks best. And then I decided on the yardstick, which I think that has just totally taken off and really cool. Okay, one more. All right. All right. Now on to the pink. I love this color pink. It's subtle, very springy. Same thing, curl side up. Always want to make sure your curl side's up. If you do it the other way, it just won't do right. Make it look like an umbrella or a jellyfish, whichever way you want to call it. I think it looks like a jellyfish. You'll have stragglers, so just, flip them off and go on. Like I said a little while ago, nothing's perfect. Ouch. It gets pretty tight in the center too when you're trying to get these in here. I have smaller clips. Let me get them out. There. Ooh, ladies, this is beautiful. I love these colors. Oh my gosh. It is for sale. Anybody that is interested in it, let me know. Or if you want multiples, let me know. I will do my best to accommodate. Those of you that are new or just popping on, my name is Tammy with Unique Wreaths by Tammy. You can check out my Facebook business page. I also have a YouTube. And I would love it, absolutely love it, if you would go on my YouTube, like, subscribe, share it, send a comment, tell all your friends. Say, hey, I found this lady that can make these really pretty things. I know, isn't it pretty? Miss Patricia, I actually dreamt about this flower last night. And the colors, it's just coming to life. My internet's been slow and lagging all day. It's annoying. Alright, I have too much stuff in my way now. All right. All right. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the light to dark or dark to light. Now I'm glad I chose to do it this way. Like I said, you get to the middle, it gets a little tricky. Because it's so full. Four more of those. I was trying to figure out why I wasn't laying flat. Now I know why. Until I pull my zip ties up, it's going to be lumpy. I think I might have cut that one just a tad bit too short. I don't know, we'll see. I think it'll be alright. Make it snug as a bug in a rug. You can always adjust them. Go any way you want them to go. Just a few more. Huh. I was having that problem today with work. I was trying to do too many things at one time and my internet and computer, everything froze up. Like I said, I cut these at 10 inches and I cut 8 of them. 8 of each color. So in all, you need 24 cuts. Hey y'all, I think Mother Nature tapped into the internet. It's going just as crazy as she is here lately. Ooh, it's warm in here. Too warm. Just 2 more of these and then I'll clean up my mess and then we'll start on our leaves. And I don't think I'm going to go all the way around with my leaves. I think it'd be too much. Me too. I can't wait. And then see, I'm either going to do this color flower, but I'm thinking more this one. I don't know yet. Last petal. Alright. Let's get this in there. Alright. Let me move this aside for just a second. I've got some dog signs coming, and I bought some of those puppy dog sprays, or the paw print sprays. They are so cute, and I cannot wait to use them. Alright, now, let's bring it back up here. Let's see, this is how it's worked up so far. And like I said on the back, this will not mess up anybody's door or wall. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lightly pull up on my petals, because I want them to stand up some. And this way we can see if we need to add more, which I'm thinking we don't. There, just like that. And then this flower will sit right there in the middle, just like that. I think that's gorgeous, just like that. But I'm going to give it some leaves. Hang on, I got a lighter green I think I want to use. Alright, there may be enough. Oh yeah, I might have enough. I think I'm only going to do like maybe 4, if I can get 4 out of it. And I'm going to cut it at 12 inches. And this is a fabric mesh. I'm not going to get 4. I'm going to get 3 in a piece. But you know what? I'm going to use it. I'm going to attempt to use it. And then again, maybe not. Alright, so curl side up. I'm going to stretch it. Just like that. And then I'm going to fold it. Just like that. You want to make it into a triangle and try to match up the corners as best as possible. And then walk it up the center. And fold your petal, just like that. I think I'm going to use darker green. This one ain't working out so well. I don't know. I think I'm going to go with it. So then you're going to take your zip tie. You find the beginning. Okay. Right here is where your hanger is. So I'm going to go ahead and put one there. Just like that. And I did it the wrong way. Go figure. It's supposed to be the other way. That way you can hang it, see? And you don't have to use a zip tie. You could use a Chanel stem if that's what you prefer. You can use anything you want. Now, I want to spread it out the best I can. 1, there's 15 holes. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, put one right here, 2, 3, put one down here. All right. You know, and you can always mark your board if you're not sure where you're supposed to be at. So I'm going to put my zip tie in, just like that. Flip it over so that it's open. I don't want to close it. I want to leave it open. I'm going to take my leaf and place it right here. Make sure it's in there good. And then fasten it in. Cut off the tail. There you go. There's one leaf. Now I'm going to go to the opposite side. I think I'm going to close it this time. I think it might be a little easier to put my petal in. Alright. Same concept. Fold it in half. Walk it up the middle. And fold it up. Just like that. Try to make sure your corners are even. My leaves are not cooperating with me tonight. I'm going to do one more down here. don't think I have any more lime green. One second. Alright. I gotta work with what I got. Same concept. Turn it. Walk it up the middle. Well, I meant to put that in first. Let's just hold this right here, just like that. I wonder. Get in there. It's fighting me. All right. I know, right? And it hangs just like that. I know that this is little, and I know that this piece is little, but I think I'm going to use it to the best of my ability. It'd be a dinky one, but it'll work. Nope, that ain't gonna work. It was worth the try. We're just gonna leave it just like it is. Alright, so did we decide if we're doing the fuchsia flower for my center? Pick number 1. Or pick number 2. I think I like the first one better. I agree. Alright, that's what we're doing. You like the purple? I want to see, let me see if I got one that'll lay a little better. The purple's cute too. Purple. Here's one for you. Yellow. There we go. What do you think of that? Yeah, I think I might take the leaves off. I think that I'm going to go with the darker color. Hey, Tony. So what y'all think on the yellow flower? I think it really makes it pop. Do you have like an orange? It is a hard choice. Well, while we're deciding, I'm going to cut these green leaves off. And that's, you know, like I said before, that is what's beautiful about these boards is you can cut these off and not even use them. Provided my stuff will cut. All right. Yellow it is. I almost like it without the leaves. What do you think? Without the leaves? I think without the leaves. Oh, I think I got a butterfly I'm going to put on it. Yeah, the yellow made it pop. Oh, yeah. All right, so here you go. I love butterflies. I have a yellow one. We'll leave that right there for just a second. Okay. I have a green one. We'll let that sit there for just a second. Or we have a purple or a fuchsia colored dragonfly. Oh, the dragonfly. And he could sit right there. I like that. It's a good choice, Mom. Y'all help me decide. Too many decisions. Green? It's a good choice. Oh yeah, that's gonna look so pretty. All right, let's glue this down. Try not to glue my fingers. I use burlap, and it is a Unique in the Creek board. I used the small one tonight. All right, so here's my goal for tonight. Do not glue my fingers together. We all know that I have a bad habit of doing such as that. Oh, I need a glue stick. I'm going to put a decent amount on here because I want it to stay. All right. Try to get as close to center as possible. Now I'm going to hold it. Okay. I can't wait. I'm going to hold it here for just a second. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, now, this little feller, I'm going to cut this wire off of him. Or not. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on his body here. And I think right here is a perfect choice. Maybe it'll stay. It's not wanting to. We'll just push it down here for just a second. There you go. Hi, Miss Tina. Now, if you wanted to, I'm going to take this out. Simply because you can hang it any direction you want to, whichever way you want the butterfly, however you want it to hang. And this wreath is available. I am so happy with this. And I think I'm going to leave the leaves off. I think it looks better without it. Alright guys, I think that's going to conclude tonight's wreath tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. I love how this turned out. Beautiful. Like I said, it's not perfect, but nothing is perfect. No flower is perfect. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I'm not sure if I'll be on tomorrow night or not. It's very possible that I will be. Until then, check me out. Check out my store. Check out my YouTube. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Keep her going. Spread me out there. Float my boat. Sprinkle. Anyway, I had a great time. Y'all have a great night. Thank you. Bye.